Live. How are we, lads? How are we, lads? Here we go! Go the Cowboys! Woo! Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Coffee Lounge. All the best this year, 2020. Alright, oh no! Fuck!
What a song. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the NRL Round 22 Team of the Week for the 2023 NRL season, plus the Round 22 recap. And as always, on a Monday, I am joined by a beautiful man from the beautiful town of Taree. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the big man, Nathan B. Moore, rocking the phenomenal mullet. Nathan, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, thank you. And as always, thanks for having me on every week. I hope you're doing okay. I hope everyone in the live chat is doing good as well. Before we start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to Nick's channel. It helps him out a lot, as he deserves. So, yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll whenever you are.
Did you say you hope I'm doing okay? I'm not. I'm not doing okay.
Gonna say, after watching your vlog,
Nathan, I'm struggling here, mate. You know, I was up at the Gold Coast yesterday. We lost. I'm just having all these bad thoughts. Nah, I'm only mucking around. No, it was tough. But you know what? Sometimes that's just how it goes. But no, I'm well, and you know, everyone in the live chat, hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone watching this this video will stream back, depending on how they're watching it. I hope they are all doing good. Hello to the live chat as well. Hope you're all well. Hello to Jim the Chooks fan. We've got York. We've got Tupac, which I think is Viking King. Jason Raider is always here. Hello, Jason. Hope you're well, my friend. We got Aaron Marnie, Josh Rabbitohs 2023. We've got Rishi. I hope you guys are all doing well on this Monday night, July 31st, 2023. We're going into August tomorrow, which is outstanding. And salute to Will. I hope you're well, my friend. Shout out to Will. A very good support of the channel, just like Jason Raider and everyone else. So hope you're all doing very well. But let's get into our team of the week, along with the coach of the round and the player of the round. Nathan, who is in your team of the week for round 22?
Okay, so let's kick it off pretty strong. The returning Latrell Mitchell has entered my team as the fullback. The wingers, I have Alex Johnston and Jason Saab. The centers, I've got Dane Gagai and Tolotau Kola. I'm sorry if I pronounced the first name wrong.
Yeah.
Ezra Mam at 5'8", Jerome Hughes at halfback. The front rowers include Payne Haas and Christian Welsh. Hooker is Harry Grant. Second rowers are David Fafita and Jacob Preston. And my lock is Patrick Carrigan. On the interchange, Nathan Cleary, Chris Randall, Lachlan Fitzgibbon, and Viliami Kikau.
Nice. Now, I'll get to my team of the week, but I want everyone to understand something. So this is usually, this is totally unlike me. I actually didn't even write down my team of the week in my notes. So I'm going to have to go off the cuff here and completely give a team of the week without even having it written in front of me. So we'll see how we go. My team of the week goes by this, Nathan. Fullback. I'm going to go with Kalen Ponga. On the wings,
Okay.
I'm going to go with Khan Pereira on one wing. And the other wing, I'm going to go with Alex Johnson, who had a hat-trick on the weekend. In the centers, Brian Kelly from the Gold Coast. He's in there alongside, I'm with you, Kohler from Manly. He was outstanding on the weekend. 5'8", Ezra Mann. He had a double on Thursday night. It was outstanding. Halfback. My halfback of the round is going to go to Jackson Hastings. Thought he was outstanding against Canberra on the weekend.
All right.
In the front row, I'm going to go with Matt Lodge. I thought he was great in the weekend once again. Also, Payne Haas in the front row once again. Dummy half, Harry Grant. He was lethal on Friday night. In the back row, William McKickell. I thought he was outstanding yesterday in his return. Scored a try. I thought he was outstanding yesterday. Made a difference to the Bulldogs. In the other second row, I'm going to go with Tyson Frizzell. Thought he had a very good game against Canberra as well. And at lock, well, Isaiah Yeo, I mean, he's just been outstanding the last couple of weeks. And on the bench, the interchange bench, I'm going to go with DCA on the bench in game 300. I'm going to go with Josh King from the Melbourne Storm. Thought he was great in the weekend. And the last two remaining spots, I'm going to go with, where is he? Fucking find his name here in a moment. From the Storm here. From the Melbourne Storm. Had a huge game on the weekend.
Kamakamaifa.
Oh, Tepai Moroa. He had a blinder on the weekend off the bench. Absolute blinder. And the final player for the player of the round for the bench is Paddy Carrigan. That's my team of the week.
Nice. Very nice.
Who's your player of the round, Nathan? I'd love to hear your player of the round.
All right. For me, my player of the round. Oh, look. I was very, very impressed with Jerome Hughes against the Eels on Friday night. I thought he was very good. But I'm mainly solely doing this because of his Street Fighter-esque try celebration. Street Fighter is one of my favorite games. So, but no, he was really, really good against the Eels on Friday.
My player of the round is Kalen Ponga. Kalen Ponga was absolutely untouchable on Saturday afternoon against Canberra. He tore them to shreds. And I know he copped a nasty knockdown. He was off the field for 15 minutes or whatever. Kalen Ponga was out of this world on the weekend. So I'm giving KP player of the round. I thought he was brilliant on the weekend. Brilliant.
It's good to see the $1 million finally coming into use.
Yeah.
But hey, it's better late than never.
Here come the Knights. Look out. And coach of the round. You know what? I'm going to stick with the Newcastle fame, Adam O'Brien.
Ooh.
A few people were 50-50 on the Canberra Knights game. It was one of those games where some went Canberra, some went Newcastle. I unfortunately went Canberra to win. It was in Canberra. Newcastle went down to the nation's capital. They ambushed the Raiders. Ponga had a blinder. Newcastle were outstanding. So Adam O'Brien, for me, coach of the round. Newcastle are on a roll, Nathan.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not going to get ahead of myself one game at a time, but, yeah, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited.
Who's your coach of the round?
For me, oh, mate, look, I don't want to be biased here, but I'm going to go Adam O'Brien as well. You know, going down to the nation's capital, his job, a lot of people say his job is on the line, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But, yeah, look, he was, you know, took the Knights down there. We're a good chance for the 8. We're only a point out of the top 8. So,
looking good.
Oh, my Lord.
All right. Well, I like it, bro. I like it. Well, that's our player of the round, coach of the round, and team of the week. That's everything. Let's get into the round 22 recap. Now, we won't spend too long on all these games because I don't want to go through them all. Because a lot of them were just, with all due respect, a lot of these games were shithouse. So we'll go back to Thursday night for a moment. Broncos 32, Roosters 10. The Roosters were never in this. They were terrible. The Broncos from the get-go were the better team. Roosters had a few calls not go their way, but, the Roosters, their defense was terrible in the weekend. Ezra Mann had a field day. Broncos just continue to win games, Nathan. I know we said the Roosters, they're still a shot at finals. I'll put a red pen from after that Canberra game, but are they any hope at all, the Roosters, or are they done?
Look, in my opinion, I think it's a lost cause. There might be like a very, very slim chance of them making the 8, but they need to win every single game from here on, and they've got a pretty tough draw. I cannot see the Roosters. I'd probably see them winning maybe 1 or 2 games here, but look, I think they're done this year. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's going on, but then again, not many people know what is going on. As for the Broncos, they've cemented their spot in the final. They've cemented their spot in the top 4, and in my opinion, they've cemented their spot with a home final. I think they're going to finish second. They are on a roll. Are they due for a loss? Probably, yeah. But look,
we're going to beat them this weekend.
Oh.
We're coming for them. Don't worry. No, you know what? I'm going to send a message out to all the Broncos fans this weekend that watch my channel. Bring it on. Game on.
Fighting words.
Game on. Bring it on Saturday. Can't wait, man. Cowboys and Broncos. But yeah, look, the Broncos in this game, they were just too good for the Roosters. Roosters showed some guts towards the back end where they got a couple late tries, but it didn't mean anything. The Broncos were just far too good. Anyway, we'll see how they go against us this weekend. Roosters got Manly Thursday night at the SCG. That'd be a really important game. So we'll see how that goes there.
The only other thing I'll say is congratulations to Daniel Tupou as well for breaking the record as the all-time try scorer for the Roosters. Well deserved.
Yeah, well said. Rabbitohs 32, Tigers 18. This game was at Tamworth. South were all over them early, and then the Tigers came back and they were giving it to South. They were coming to get them, but in the end, the quality players of South Sydney, they just found a way to get it done in the end. But the Tigers, they were very brave, Nathan.
Tigers were absolutely resilient at the start of the second half. But look, as you just said, the quality and just South just put the nail in. And it was just too much for the Tigers. Latrell Mitchell being back, how good was he to see him back for the Rabbitohs? A huge, huge in. But hey, they're going to go to Perth. They're going to take on the Sharks, and I do think they'll beat the Sharks. So,
be interesting.
I'll be in Tamworth next year too, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, look, I thought this game was pretty scrappy. I thought South were really poor the other night. I know they won the game 32-18, but there were a lot of opportunities in this game where Souths could have easily put them away much sooner, but I'm not sure what happened at halftime, but in the second half, they just didn't come out with that same intensity. They just lacked it in that second half. But the Tigers were coming to get them. The Tigers showed some spirit. They showed some bravery there. But in the end, guys like Lachlan Ilias, he really stood up on the weekend. Cam Murray, Alex Johnson obviously had 3 tries. They just had enough class in their team to get it done. But I'll tell you what, if South played any team in the top 8, they probably would have lost that game on the weekend. So good on the Bunnies. Tigers, not sure if they win another game this year, but they're just trying to avoid the wooden spoon, bro. They need to just try and find a win.
I think they'll be. I think as you said, like I don't think they'll win another game, but I think they'll take it to a lot of these teams in the next couple of weeks. So,
100%.
Time will tell.
Yeah. Anyway, South Sydney winning and South Sydney slowly climbing back up that ladder, looking for a home final. So we'll see what happens. The other game on Friday night, Melbourne Storm 46, Parramatta 16. This was a bludger of a game. I thought Parramatta was specials down there. I thought they could go down there and win. No, it was the opposite. Melbourne were clinical. I know Parramatta had that good start, but they scored that first try. But after that, it was just one-way traffic. It was all Melbourne. Parramatta, where do they go from here?
Man, This is the team that a lot of people are expecting to miss the 8, and I think now it's starting to come to fruition. The Eels' draw is tough. Like, it is extremely tough.
Correct.
Look, they've got Dylan Brown next week. That's going to be a huge in. They should beat the Dragons. But
you'd think so.
Melbourne, on the other hand, though, they were just class. They were very much class.
What'd you make of the Storm celebrating the 2007 and 2009 premierships?
I was about to get into that. The fact that they're celebrating that is just, it shouldn't be allowed. They cheated. They cheated to win those comps. They had 2 separate books that one of them hid in the actual CEO's home. So, we're going to celebrate cheating in that. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to sound like a nasty or anything. It's like the Nazis celebrating the Holocaust.
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
bad. It's bad. You don't. Look.
Nathan.
It's frustrating. It is very frustrating, especially if you're a Para and a Manly fan. But look, it's.
You know what my problem is, Nathan? The problem is, right? They're celebrating 2 grand finals that they were a mile over the salary cap in. It was one of the biggest salary cap rorts in NRL history.
It was the biggest.
People say you got to move on and forgive it and get over it. No one's ever going to forgive them for it. That's why they're so hated these days at Storm. So I just think doing that, it's a slap in the face to Parramatta and Manly, who they cheated against in that grand final. It's a slap in the face to the NRL, who took them premierships off them. And it's a slap in face to everyone. And they're like, nah, well, we're going to celebrate it, blah, blah, blah. Those premierships do not count. They cheated.
Exactly.
They should be fined. The Melbourne Storm as a club should be fined for celebrating the cheating on Friday night. The club should get fined for it. That was a disgrace.
I don't know about the fine, but I definitely would get a word to him and say, hey, don't do that again. Fuck the word
to him, bro. Give him the fine, bro. That's bullshit. Give him a fine. They're going to go out there publicly in Melbourne, celebrate 2 grand finals that they were well and truly over the cap in, caught cheating, and they're going to do that. And it's a big fuck you to the NRL when you think about it. They should be fined for doing it. That was a disgrace on Friday night.
Well, when you put it that way, I have to agree because, look.
Oh, hang on. You know what?
What?
Melbourne want to the Melbourne Storm want to celebrate the cheating, and they want to say fuck you to the NRL. Well, how about this? Fuck you, Melbourne Storm, you salary cap cheating bastards.
And all the fans out there that want to defend this, well, you're a part of the problem.
You can't defend
I
it.
hate Storm fans. I'm sorry.
You can't defend it, bro. Like, I'm done with it. Like, unbelievable.
Mm-mm.
You can't defend this shit. And you know what? People want to talk about Greg Inglis being a Melbourne Storm legend, right? So, in Greg Inglis's time at the Melbourne Storm, they were over the salary cap and cheating. So, technically, he's not a Melbourne Storm legend because all those comps he was involved in do not count. So, when I look back on the career of Greg Inglis, I consider him as a Souths legend, not a Melbourne legend, because when he was at Melbourne, they were over the cap and they were cheating. So it doesn't count.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what I'm so tired of hearing. You know, they all want to say, oh, but the players were there putting in all the hard work. Well, guess what? So were the other 15 NRL clubs. The other 15 clubs were doing the same thing. And they know that they were cheating. So it doesn't count. It's bullshit. I'm done with this topic, bro. Let's move on before I lose it.
Yeah, before we get way out of hand.
But you know what? Melbourne were too good for Parramatta the other night. Parramatta were horrible.
Let's go to Canberra. Oh,
yeah, let's go to next game. Let's go next game. Newcastle Knights 28, Canberra Raiders 6. Wow. Newcastle, gee, they've been playing good footy at the moment on the back of Kalen Ponga at fullback. But I also want to give a rap to Jackson Hastings. Now, everyone knows I'm a big Super League man. I love the Super League. I love the guys that go over there and reinvent themselves and come back better players and better leaders. Jackson Hastings at the start of the season was very good. Then he had a bit of a drop of form there, and then he came out publicly and said, he's been carrying a bit of a leg problem, so he hasn't been running the ball a whole lot. Ever since Hastings started running the ball again, he has been dangerous. Kicking game's been outstanding. Hastings has been brilliant the last few weeks. Good to see.
Well, I guess it's the other thing too is the fact that, you know, he was a Knights fan from the start. He always wanted to play for Newcastle, so there's a little bit more heart into it. But look, man, it's so good. It's so good to see this team go successful and a literal sniff from the top eight.
It's more than a sniff now, bro.
Oh, I still can't believe it. I honestly still cannot believe the position we are at right now. It's just unbelievable. Look, Ponga was outstanding on Saturday. Hastings, again, he was brilliant. Dane Gagai had a blinder as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what this team does next week against the Dolphins. As for the Raiders,
danger game, that one.
As for the Raiders, I don't even know where to begin with them.
Well, they are the biggest frauds at the top eight besides Cronulla. They have a -4 and against, yet they're what, 5th on the ladder?
Yeah,
What the hell?
They have a pretty easy draw, to be honest.
Well, I thought they would win this game against the Newcastle side who have been good, but apparently not. The Tigers game this weekend isn't as easy as it looks.
Oh, yeah, especially, you know, if the Tigers can almost beat the Rabbitohs up in Tamworth.
Yeah. Who knows what they can do against Canberra? It's gonna be interesting, that game on the weekend. But look, Canberra, bro, to be honest with you, they come out on Saturday and they were just smashed. Newcastle went crazy on them. Newcastle's left side was just dominant.
Absolutely.
Canberra couldn't match them. I'm not sure what Canberra do from here, but they need to turn it around quickly. Yeah, they've got some issues. I don't know, there's something not right there about the Raiders at the moment, but Newcastle looking really good, so good on them. Let's move on. Manly 24, Dragons 18. I almost refused to talk about this. I went off my head on Saturday night. This was an absolute robbery.
Very,
Honestly.
very controversial.
You had the Dan Russell no try. I don't know
Yeah,
what
that
the hell.
that was
No.
ridiculous. That one.
Casey Badger in the bunk. I don't know what she's on.
Mm.
Maybe she was smoking crack during that whole thing. And then you had the Jack the Bell and sin bin, which for a hip drop wasn't even a hip drop at all. Now, I hope Tupolotti is okay. I think it was him that went down injured. But DeBellin didn't do anything wrong. So I'm trying to understand how that was a hip drop. Yeah, I've got no words for this. I'm so outraged by it. One of the biggest robberies I've seen all season, to be honest. Horrible refereeing. Anything you want to add to this? I know you might have a different opinion, but I thought the Dragons were robbed on the weekend.
First and foremost, huge congratulations to both Lachlan Croker for his 100th, and especially Daly Cherry Evans' 300th.
Yes.
So good to see DCE come out on a high, despite the game being controversial. That is very true. I do disagree with Jack DeBellin and the hip drop. I do think that he should not have been binned. But you know, what can you do? As for the no try, that was a try, clear as day. So, but look, well done the Manly, and just like the Knights, they're a sniff from the top 8 as well. So, look, it's going to be interesting.
Look, I just thought the refereeing in this Dragons Manly game was a disgrace. I thought the Dragons were hard done by. See, the problem is, right, it was 18-8 Manly. Dan Russell scores, it goes to 18-14, 18-12. The referee ends up giving it a no try. Sub scores next set and it's 24-8. Like, that's a fucking 16-point turnaround right there.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, bro. Anyway, let's move on from this because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just can't talk about it. 24-18 Manly win. Well done to Cherry Evans and Croker and everyone involved there and all the fans that travelled, especially Pro Enzo Vids. But for me,
shout out to him as well.
Dragons were robbed, in my opinion. I thought that was a disgrace. All right, the other game Saturday night, and fuck, Penrith 28, Cronulla 0. Yeah, look, this game was shit.
I honestly, I don't really want to get too much into this game because it's really
horrible.
just nothing.
This
Penrith
Cronulla game was horrible.
You know, Penrith are classy as always. It's their comp to lose.
Yeah.
I will say one thing about the Sharks, and that is Cameron McGuinness was an absolute machine.
100%.
He tackled and he busted his ass, and
84 tackles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, unbelievable.
Cameron McGuinness broken the record.
Unbelievable workhorse right there. So, well done to Cameron McGuinness. But other than that, it's just I've got nothing really much to say. Like that's just this was probably the most boring game of the round.
I walked out with about 20 to go.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
I didn't even see the Liam Martin try. God. Look, I'll tell you this. So, the good thing about Penrith in this game was that they kept the Sharks scoreless. They kept them to 0, which Ivan Cleary would be very happy about. Panthers obviously getting ready for September. They're going to be finishing first or second, probably first. And they're looking very good. As for the Sharks, well, they're treading water and they look like shit. They are in all sorts. And it gets worse. Will Kennedy, hamstring. So he'll be out for a few weeks. If you're the Sharks, do you put Nico back to fullback? Do you put Connor Tracy there and get a young kid through onto the wing? What do you reckon?
Um. Oh man, they've got some headaches. They've got some big headaches down the Sharks. I mean, what can you do? Really, like what? I mean, they could try a young kid and give him a debut and see how he goes. Sort of don't interrupt the whole Nico Hines kind of point, but I mean, you could go Nico Hines fullback, Matt Moylan 5'8", Braden Trindle halfback. You could do that.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I would go Tracy fullback, leave Nico in the halves, bro, and get a young kid in the outside backs, give him a spot on the wing. Why not?
Mm.
Oh, hang on. Ronaldo's back this weekend, isn't he? Hang on. So what? Yeah, Ronaldo, Katoa, wing, Rami and Talakai, centers, Tracy fullback. I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
I'd be doing that. But yeah, Panthers too good once again. Not much more to say about that. And wow, yesterday, Bulldogs 23, Dolphins 22. This game was chaos. Absolute chaos. Sarko had a chance to win it with the kick with about 40 seconds to go. Unfortunately missed. Wow.
Unlucky. Very unlucky from Jermaine Asako. Otherwise, he's been having a fantastic season this year for the Dolphins. But yeah, look, I think that might have just ended the Dolphins season, but I'm not going to knock the Dolphins here. It's their first year, and I thought they did really well. You know, a lot of people weren't really expecting much from this team going into 2023, but I thought they did absolutely well. 2024, they're going to look a lot better than ever, and yeah, it's going to be there's some positive signs for Dolphins fans out there. You know. The fins up. I haven't done this in a while. I love doing it. The fins up. But no, the Bulldogs.
What?
What? I was going to say, the Bulldogs, it's amazing what one player can do to a team. Viliami Kikau has completely changed the way and the structure of the Bulldogs. They look good. They were good. As you said, it was very chaotic. The game, but hey, well done, Viliami Kikau. Welcome back, and yeah.
Look, I think the Dolphins' finals chances. Look, me personally, I don't think they'll make it. I don't think they'll get there. But if they, I think the Dolphins have got one final chance. If they lose to the Knights in Perth this weekend, that's probably it for the Finns. So that's going to be a really big game on Saturday over there in Perth.
Huge game.
Knights and the Dolphins. It'll be very interesting to see how that game plans out. But look, this was such an unlucky result for the Dolphins. Like, they should have won this. Osako's kick was a kickable kick, and he unfortunately missed it. Yeah, it was a very weird game. It was 8-0 Dolphins. Then it was 17-8 Dogs. Then it was it was so weird. Then the Dolphins got back in front, and then the Bulldogs were in front, and then there was a fucking try. It was a weird game. It was a weird old game.
Yeah.
Bro, that win probably gets the Bulldogs away from the wooden spoon.
Oh yeah, it's to be fair, I think the wooden spoon race is pretty much over. In my opinion, I think the Tigers will win it anyway. But
Tigers or Dragons, yeah.
Yeah, look, the Bulldogs, they have survived this year, and yeah, next year it's going to be very interesting with who they're bringing in.
Yeah. Anyway, what under the Bulldogs? You could say it was a lucky win, but hey, they just had to win so they could try and avoid the spoon, and they should avoid it now. And well done the Dogs. Good on them. Yeah, final game. Yeah, don't want to talk about this.
I was going to say, this is probably going to be. You want me to take over or
Titans 22, Cowboys 13. I was there. Obviously, did a review when I got home last night, which was very late. And the vlog is up now on the channel, guys, if you haven't checked out the vlog.
watch it? Well,
Look, there were a lot of bad calls. A lot of bad calls against the Cowboys. I mean, you had the no try to Tom Dearden, which should have been a penalty try. You had the Philip Sami forward pass try, whatever it was. You had the Val Holmes sin bin, which was a terrible decision. You had a 9-1 penalty count in the favor of the Titans, which was ridiculous. We got a few late penalties at the end, which was rubbish. We did play shit, and we were our own worst enemy. Our Origin players did look really tired, so looking forward to having the bye in 2 weeks, which we need it. But the Titans probably deserved the win, but fuck, man, we just played shit, to be fair. Honestly, I reckon the Titans were pretty lucky, Nathan. I honestly think they were lucky.
I mean, look, like they coming off that absolute thrash into the Roosters, the Titans would be up for this, and I wasn't expecting the Titans to win this, but there you go. Look, I thought they taking the calls aside, taking the penalty count away, I thought the Titans in certain patches were very good. There was a lot there. The Cowboys, I mean, look, they were due for a loss, that's not the end of the world. But they'll be back. Their depth is really good. As for the Titans, great win as always, and great win. And yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this.
Yeah, look, the Titans aren't making the 8. I don't care what anyone says. They're not making the 8.
Oh, yeah.
Look at their run home. They won't be making the 8 from here on out. Look, as a Cowboy supporter, I knew a loss was coming soon. I was just hoping it wasn't this game. But, it is what it is. We'll be fine. What'd you make of the Valentine Holmes hit on Jaden Campbell? 3 weeks suspension. What a joke.
I saw someone report it for 7 weeks, which I find absolutely ridiculous.
Nah, that was garbage. That was fake.
I think if you're going to get suspended, I think 2 to 3 weeks is all right. Because but look, it is what it is, unfortunately.
Would you have suspended Val Holmes?
I think the fact that he did it last week as well, I would have to say yeah. But look, 2 to 3 weeks for me is probably the max I'd do. But yeah, that's sort of just my opinion on it.
Look, I thought the Val Holmes sin bin was an absolute disgrace. I thought that was a terrible decision. Jaden Campbell had already knocked the ball on. How is Valentine Holmes supposed to slow down at that speed? Like, you can't. Look, come on. And to be fair, you watch the contact, you watch the hit. There wasn't much in it. There really wasn't. It was minimal contact. And if it was such a bad hit, why wasn't Jaden Campbell sent for a HIA?
That too. Yeah, that too.
It's the exact same as the Mitchell Moses one last week. Mitchell Moses was hit right in the chest. Val gets binned. Val Holmes gets a fine from the NRL. This week, Holmes slightly gets him in the face, but he's looking at 3 weeks. Jaden Campbell, if he was seriously injured, if he was hit in the head that bad, why was he sent for a HIA? What was the independent doctor? You know what? I would love to know the independent doctor's opinion on that. I would love to know. Because if we're going to be fed income, players running out the line, looking for big shots to give their team momentum, and if it unfortunately doesn't go to plan, are we going to give them 5-week suspensions for things that are an accident? Like, first of all, Campbell knocked the ball on. He already lost the ball. Second of all, Campbell didn't go for a HIA. And if you go back and watch the contact, it isn't that bad. It really isn't that bad. Anyway, the way the Titans fans carried on after that game, I genuinely hope that the Warriors put 50 on them on Friday night. I hope the Warriors destroy them.
Well, man, they're coming off the bye, the Warriors, so I
Correct.
think they're going to be up and ready for this.
I hope Sean Johnson tears them to shreds.
No. I mean, we can only find out until Sunday. Or what was it, Sunday or Saturday?
Friday
It's on
night.
Sunday.
Friday night.
Oh, Friday night. Okay, all right. We'll just have to wait till then. I mean, to be fair, yeah, look, I think the Warriors are going to win this pretty convincingly anyway, but yeah.
Anyway, Titans get a flukish win over the Cowboys. And I will not be intimidated by Titans fans that want to spread my name on social media. So, yeah. Anyway, Nathan, my friend, that's going to wrap up the team of the week and the player of the round, the recap, whatever you want to call it. Thank you very much once again for coming on tonight, Nathan, and I will see you next week.
Yeah, thank you as always, and thank you to everyone in the live chat that has tuned in to watch our Team of the Week and the review.
Yep.
As always, like, comment, and subscribe to Nick's channel. Every support he gets absolutely helps, no matter what it is. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to come back next week, and I haven't done this in a while. I really, really want to do it, but fins up. I love it. I love it.
I don't think you'll be saying that on Saturday after Newcastle.
No.
Newcastle were playing them.
Yeah, no, I won't maybe doing it. I just wanted to do it for that one time because it's just fun. But anyway.
Anyway, thank you to the chat. Thank you to everyone that watched tonight's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the round 23 preview, tips, predictions, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a good night. Fuck the Titans.